I think what makes me emotional looking back is how hard this was for my daughter and for my husband. That's the hard part for me, is the idea that I could leave them behind and I wouldn't be there for all the new stuff that's coming.
Marta is very hardworking and determined. She's very caring, and family's definitely the most important thing to her.
I would summarize my mom in a few sentences as someone who perseveres through things. You're very headstrong. If your mind's set on something, you're gonna do it.
I'm a very busy person, I like to say. I am a grants analyst at the University of Delaware Biden School for Public Administration. I do commit a lot of time to my council activities because I am currently on Chester Heights Borough Council. I serve as the president there. I also serve on the Chester Heights Fire Company as an auxiliary member. I'm taking classes at night because I'm pursuing my Master's of Public Administration degree, so I have night classes. I think I'm home maybe one evening a week sometimes. And then, 8 o'clock come around, I'd come downstairs, lay down on the couch like everybody else, binge something on Netflix, and then I would fall asleep usually downstairs.
It was early Sunday morning, and Lexi came and got me out of bed, and she told me that, Mom's on the floor in the library. And so, I got up out of bed very quickly, and, there she was laying on the floor, and she was conscious, she could talk. I tried to stand her up, but she couldn't stand on her own because the left side of her body was completely limp. And I knew immediately that she was having a stroke.
My first response was check on Lexi, then check on the boys, because they didn't know what was happening. I had to tell them. And then my first thought after checking on them was, Mom, don't orphan me at 23. Because my dad died when I was 6. So I just kept thinking, you can't just leave me alone. You can't leave me and Lexi alone.
Once the paramedics arrived and she was sort of out of my hands at that point, it sort of set in and I was, I was scared, I guess. Jeez, I showed up at the emergency room and she was there. And I checked in and I asked to see her. They said I couldn't see her right away because there was no room back there. And then the surgeon called. He told me that he was the surgeon to do the procedure, and he asked for my consent to have her airlifted to the other hospital where he was located at. And of course I gave my consent right away. I said, yes, do whatever you need to save her.
And the next thing I remember is them talking about the helicopter. So I remember hearing the helicopter blades and thinking, oh, that's me. I'm in the helicopter. And then I remember waking up in the hospital, and that's it.
It wasn't until the procedure was complete that the surgeon came down and, in person, to tell me that, he thought that the procedure went well. He said that everything, went smoothly. Showed me a picture of the clot that he removed from Marta's brain. She got better very quickly. Within a few days, she was able to start, moving again. Maybe a week and a half later, she was able to stand and walk around and, do everything without even need of a walker.
My stroke happened on September 22nd, and I was out of the hospital on October 7th.
Since the stroke, what I'm most proud of is that you didn't give up on your master's degree. Because you're not just doing it for yourself too, but you're doing it to be a better councilwoman. You're doing it to just be able to understand your community better and serve your community better too. And it's not just for yourself or for selfish reasons. You're doing it for other people.
My recovery has been extraordinary. Nothing less than extraordinary. And I believe that my gift is to work to help others. Whatever I do, it has to be in the spirit of public service in one way or another.
I just feel like we're very fortunate that she's able to make a full recovery and, continue to be the very central part of our lives that she is. It's amazing. We're very fortunate.
I don't think that my stroke has slowed me down. That's just, I keep on moving. Maybe my pace has slowed down, yes. Maybe at the rate at which I do these things, I may be a little bit more thoughtful about how I do them now, a little bit more considerate of myself. Because if my cup is empty, I cannot pour into anybody else's.